WFC members who work in family reconciliation services love the work that they do, and it's rewarding to every family they encounter. The little things they do is going to be extremely difficult and hard to replicate in a community-based setting. WFC members oppose passing this bill due to the outsourcing of the services of the department. Members don't disagree with the bill entirely, and we see that there is need, but our members want to do the work, and we see FRS as preventative work. This bill reduces our ability to provide preventative services in the department. And we know that shifting to the private sector is more expensive, at least from what I've heard from testimonies today, and will have less oversight and accountability. WFC members who work at the department don't get to say no. We don't get to turn away cases. Private agencies can. If a youth over 13 refuses services, a majority of our community providers that work those cases won't take the case or will simply close the case after the youth won't engage. I can go much more into this if the committee has questions around that, but I won't because I want to share a couple of stories. FRS situations are a situation where the department is uniquely positioned to come in and address services and family needs. There's two situations I talked about. One never ended up in a dependency, never ended up in a Youth First petition, didn't have a CHINS petition, but the department was involved. An FRS worker took a 6-year-old case. We had a voluntary placement agreement. The 6-year-old was placed out of the home. The 6-year-old had extensive developmental needs. Mom had 2 younger kids and an infant she was nursing. She wasn't able to keep the 2 younger kids safe because of the extreme behavioral needs of a 6-year-old. We had to place this 6-year-old in out-of-home care in a qualified residential treatment program. That's our highest level of care in the department in our behavioral rehabilitation services. But in doing that and having the FRS worker sign a VPA with the mom, we were able to work with DDA. And in 6 months, we were able to transition services from DCYF to DDA without ever having a dependency and with that family feeling supported and never entering the court system. The second situation I want to talk to you, and I will try and keep it as brief as possible, was a 17-year-old, extreme family conflict, extreme mental health disorders, wasn't able to return home safely to mom, but was about to turn 18. At 18, without department involvement, this youth would have no support with extreme mental illness. And so what we've done through our FRS program is offer a VPA, and now we're looking at going into a dependency so that that youth can actually access extended foster care for the next 3 years. That gives our team the ability to work with this youth for other services that we can put in place over the next 3 years and support this youth even past 18. And that is the situation where the department did need to become involved. So overall, we believe that spending our money and making an effort that we should be spending our money and efforts making sure that our agency is fully staffed and resourced, which would allow us to provide the best possible service to Washington families under any circumstances. FRS is a program that we as workers want to provide to families because it's rewarding, and we see that it works. But right now, it's structurally disadvantaged by chronic underfunding and lack of support we receive, giving us prohibitive workloads.
Thank you.
So we ask that you invest in DCYF's existing infrastructure, fully fund child welfare, and do not pass House Bill 1509.